Yeah, good morning, wonderful people. You're welcome to the program this morning. This is Bystanders and News and Christian Chiku. Yes, this is the 3rd of January 2023, a year like the Christian Association of Nigeria says is a year of more opportunities for Nigeria. Opportunity whereby we will have a new government or things are going to change in the country. Let's move on. We have the Nigerian Tribune here this morning. I also have the Daily Sun this morning. We are here at Inogba, Abiodun Jago Street. You can see the bystanders are by back, deliberating on the reports, topical issues that we have on the papers this morning. Go and get your PVCs. Yeah, go and get your PVCs. The PVCs are available at the various local governments, 21 local governments in Lagos State and other states of the Federation. Local government level, go and get your PVCs. We have the old PVCs and also the new PVCs. From 2011, if you've registered from 2011, you can go get your PVCs at the various local governments. And also the new one, 2021 July, when we had the opening for the registration of new voters. If you have registered from then, go and claim your PVCs at the local government areas. Let's talk about the underage voters. Now, the Daily Sun says at the headline, underage voters, parents risk arrest. We have more of these in the northern part of the country. Underage voters and parents risk arrest. Security agencies to pick up ineligible voters during election. I want to ask this question: how is that possible? During election, do we have the security power, manpower to enforce that arrest during voting? Gunmen attack ex-Imo governor in Mr. Mazi Chigozie State. Gunmen attack ex-Imo governor Akim convoy, kill for security aids. That is a very bad one, bad news this morning. The former governor has escaped, but 4 police officers were caught in that attack. They were killed in that attack. Yes, let's look at another report. Fresh survey puts Obi ahead of Atiku and Tinubu. Fresh survey puts Obi ahead of Atiku and Tinubu. This thing about survey, will they reflect at the forthcoming elections? Wike turns Atiku accuses ex-VP of frustrating zoning in the PDP. Wike turns Atiku accuses the ex-vice president of frustrating zoning in the PDP. Mobalanle killing accuses Lagos CP redeploys Ajiwe Aja police station officers. Yes, most of the officers in that police station have been redeployed to other places. Somebody said it seems like those people are smoking Igbo in that area. I don't know. No respite for motorists. Very, very tough policemen. No respite for motorists, consumers as well scarcity persists. Transport fare keeps rising. Transport fare keep rising. I went to First Tag the other time. What I spent was double. Where you spend 200 naira, you spend 400 naira. What I spent was double. Transport fare keeps rising. Police in gun battle with hoodlums rescue 3 kidnapped victims in Delta State. Police in gun battle with hoodlums rescue 3 kidnapped victims in Delta State. It's a challenging thing to become a policeman at this point in time. We have various attacks in different states of the country. Obi's endorsement, the presidency accuses Obasanjo of always attacking Buhari out of frustration. Presidency accuses Obasanjo of always attacking Buhari out of frustration. Akiyemi Galadima Bugaje, yes, knock ex-president. Okay. Yes, the Nigerian Tribune puts it. Obasanjo frustrated, jealous of Buhari presidency says. Obasanjo frustrated, jealous of Buhari presidency says. Above the mast said, those buying PVCs are wasting their time, INEC. Those buying PVCs are wasting their time, INEC. We are fine without Obasanjo's endorsement, Atiku Okowa campaign on that. We are fine without Obasanjo's appointment. That is coming from Atiku Okowa's campaign. Tinubu visited Obasanjo out of respect for his status. That's the APC Presidential Campaign Council speaking Tinubu visited Obasanjo out of respect for his status. All major political parties lobbied for his endorsement. That's the Labour Party Campaign Council. Adebanjo hails Obasanjo's endorsement of Obi. Adebanjo hails Obasanjo's endorsement of Obi. Yes, good morning. Agwebo Emafidon. Iyerioba 1. Iyerioba Udeze. Good morning. Tom Abidakun. Good morning. Olarewaju Oluwatosi. Good morning. Paul Chukwani. Good morning. First round chat. Good morning. God bless you all this morning. Labeling CBN governor terrorism sponsor, shameful. Labeling the CBN governor as a terrorism sponsor, shameful. That's from Southern Middle Belt leaders. They advised Buhari to put his house in order, demand DSS DG sack. Hakim's convoy attacked, 4 policemen killed. Hakim's convoy attacked, 4 policemen killed. 3 arrested over alleged attempt to kill policeman in Ogun State. Attack on convoy. Tambuwal vows to prosecute perpetrators. Attack on convoy. Tambuwal vows to prosecute perpetrators. Yes, terrorists killed 470, sacked dozens from farms in Katsina the last 3 years. Yes. Good morning, everyone. This morning, what is happening in the southeast? What is happening is a thing of concern. Gulag was killed. Now the former governor has been attacked. We have so many attacks on prominent leaders in here. The Hakim, yes, in the south. What is happening? What is happening? I wrote a piece on Facebook. I think I would like to read that out this morning. Let's look at. I've read how the aggression began in the southeast. I remember when the indigenous people of Biafra were going out about their campaigns non-violently. Then the likes of Drambi, the trigger-happy policeman that killed Omobalale in Lekki, and trigger-happy military officers like the Presidential Brigade that shot live bullets at motorcyclists, killed many IPOB protesters who were unarmed with placards. I remember when the Nigerian army shot live bullets at NSAS protesters, shot at Nigerians just protesting with its nation's flag. The Boko Haram aggression was triggered by the action of the police force. Is it safe to say that the uprisings in the state are being provoked by security agents? It seems so, because what did the lawyer Bolale Rahim do to the police officer who took her life on a Christmas day? I hear about killings in the southeast and attack on prominent individuals. Recent is former governor Hakim, who lost 4 of his orderlies who are police officers, and a long list of others. A comedian once said that if you push an Igbo man to the wall where he results in taking up arms, it will be very difficult to make him leave it. I'm not happy that Easterners find difficulty in traveling to their respective hometowns, especially this period. It's too bad that Nigeria seems to have been destroyed beyond repair, and the government has a hand in it. What is happening in the southeast? I have Marty Chigozie. Good morning, Marty Chigozie. Good morning, Marty.
Yeah, good morning, Christian and esteemed viewers. Good morning. Welcome to the year 2022.
The southeast, Hakim's convoy attacked 4 policemen killed. 1 attack too many.
Well, that is not new. In a state of lawlessness, in a state of anarchy, where impunity reigns, that is what is obtainable. So it is a clear indication that we are in a state of lawlessness where there is no government, there is no accountability, and there is no, of course, priority to the safety of all assembled. So that is just an affirmation to the fact that there is no government in as far as Nigeria is concerned. And Imo State is just an extension of the first state called Nigeria. So the current configuration called Nigeria. And with that template, nothing different can be established. So Hakim is just a victim of the circumstances. I put a call to a friend and a coursemate during my undergraduate studies. She said that in her own place in Mbano, that a cargo or something Ako. Four young men were conveyed to that point in a Helios bus. I mean in a Helios this vehicle, and was shot dead on the 2nd of this very year. You can see the killing has already started.
It's not
And
reported.
what no, these are four, these are not just the police. We are killed, we are shot dead and set ablaze. And that is so unfortunate. And this has kept on repeating. And you begin to ask yourself, if that is government, then what is the primary essence of governance? And the word government should be redefined as far as Nigeria is concerned. So the definition of government, of course, for those who are familiar with government or dictionary, is in contradiction with what is playing out here. You begin to ask, then what is the true definition of government as far as Nigeria is concerned? The place you call your country, where there is impunity, where there is recklessness and lawlessness. If actually there is government and the primary essence of governance of government is to protect life and property of the supposed citizens or those residents within this governed space, then what truly is the essence of government? What are the politicians, those occupying the office of the governors and all that doing? Please, can you provide me a bottle of water? Not that I don't, maybe I can get one for myself. You see, what we are saying is that we cannot continue to live in this denial of the realities. For crying loud, that makes you, of course, a lesser human being because it is not tenable and such cannot be condoned in any other sane society or clan. Imagine, can you envisage the possibility of you going to Ghana here and kill people and go scot-free?
No, no.
Or you go to America and you kill people and you go scot-free because you're a citizen of Nigeria. Oftentimes, the government itself and its security or media heads have admitted, time without number, that the people killing Nigerians are foreigners. And you allow foreigners to invade your so-called sovereign state and kill and mar your own supposed citizens, and without them being apprehended, without them being brought to book. And you begin to ask, did these people have common sense? Did they really think, or they think and breathe with their anus? How can a foreigner, an alien, come and destroy, excuse me,
Water is life. Water is life.
come to your own, thank you for the publicity, then come to your own supposed sovereign state and kill your own citizens at will, abduct them, place ransom on them at will, and you still say you have a government, and you still say you have not lost your rights to life, you have not lost your life to the sovereignty of the states. What other superior arguments can you make to defend that Nigeria has not lost its sovereignty, has not lost its, of course, place in the Community of Nations? Where foreigners, you claim the governments, supposed federal governments, say that foreigners are the ones killing their own innocent citizens. Just as what happened in Imo State. You can imagine.
Let's look at
If somebody like Hakim could be attacked, then who is safe? Who is safe? You have made humanity ungoverned, human society ungovernable. This is very strange to us as far as Igbo people are concerned.
because
Where your own illustrious sons are being killed at will. And you say you have a government of Hakim, of Uzodinma. You say you have a government, you have set up a Bubagu to protect. Where is the essence of that Bubagu? Whereas the Bubagu has been severally indicted that they are the ones killing the innocent citizens. Of recent, you see the revelation made by after the abduction and the release of the premier primate of a Methodist church in that Ihube Ad-6 of Okigwe, where he was adopted in his own home country. He made revelations which the government do not pay attention to. He said that the people that adopted him were Fulani Caliphate, we are Fulani militias. The government of Imo State never paid attention to that. And he paid a ransom of 100 million. This is an Igbo man in his own home country, was adopted by an alien, a foreigner, a fugitive. You see? Constituting nuisance to the society. You see? And the government, you say you have a government, they do not pay attention to that. And the same thing repeated, a lieutenant, a military lady was after abducted within the same axis, stripped naked and assaulted. Within the same spot, within the same locality, axis. And rather than the government and these security operatives to go after the perpetrators of those people, it was confirmed by the prelates of Methodist Church that these people has their camps and concentration in those bushes. And when the locals want to invade very close to the military checkpoints, which invariably the military are providing shade for them. When the locals decided to go into the bush to fish out those people, the same military went against the locals. You can see the scenario, what is playing out, the conspiracy. And now that the military lady has been adopted and stripped naked, and the military now, rather than going to those bushes to fish out those people, they resorted to killing the indigenous people of those communities.
White people was accused in this killing.
What evidence do you have to that? Now, what evidence? Is it the same IPOB adopting, kidnapping, that kidnap the prelates of Methodist Church? So you people cannot begin to give bad name to your enemies because you hated them for no reason. What evidence that you have that is very unfortunate that even you have considered to such a deception?
The reports we have online, the soldier.
What kind of report is that?
He made a confession. Yeah.
Which soldier has she been released?
No, there's a soldier.
Then who made the confession? Forget about this deceptive propaganda and arrangements on the part of security operatives. We know that these are what they are best at. You see, making propagandas and cooking up several things. Why not, if truly they have the competence, if truly they have the control of the intelligence, why have they not gone to those people and delivered their own people and rescued their own supposed colleague under adoption, under the threat of death? Rather than facing those criminals and making investigation, why is it that very close to the military checkpoint, all this heinous crime atrocity is going on unchecked? Does it mean that of course, the military checkpoints serve no any use to the people? Now, when the military headquarters, Nigeria Defense Academy, was attacked, and some majors and generals was adopted, some were killed, some armories were moved away. Did the military order the shooting of those locals within what is that place? I visited the place before. In Kaduna, yes. Now I want to make sure, is it no? Is it Kubwa? No, not Kubwa. Is it something? Did they go and start killing the indigenous people of those areas? And several attacks on Abuja did the military, Nigerian military, unleashed mayhem on the locals settling within those areas. So why is it that anything pertaining to Igbo people and the Igbo regions are taking so personal and with different approach?
Okay,
You see,
I have a question. Gulak, when Gulak was killed, some people were paraded. Now they are parading another set of.
that is the problem. That's why I tell it's a deceptive propaganda. When Gulak was shot dead, of course, the people who invited him killed him. Yes, and of course, they set up investigation and they went and apprehended
They killed some people.
innocent people, and they told that they have killed the murderers of
Gulak.
and Gulak. These are my brothers, innocent people. We were, masterminded and they killed. And now they are telling you now they have not discovered the real killer. You can't imagine the narrative. Then what happens to those innocent people that were executed? You see, under false pretense. You see, international community should be aware of what is going on. The insincerity on the part of the government and of course its security operatives. They know the truth, but they are hiding under deception
One of the governors
because
in that region.
that is the fundamental issue. What are the governors doing? They told us they set up security operatives called Ebubagu. Where are the Bubagos and the Fulanis are killing their own indigenous people? Where are the Bubagos that are crime and impunity reigning? Where are the Bubago people have been adopted and killed? Some people have been adopted by the same security operative that set Ebubago and their lives. Extorted, they take them to their to the banks or use their POS to empty their treasures or their money and still bomb them alive. If you cannot provide their demand, you will be killed. You still say you have a government. Then what is the essence of government? When the people now resort to, revolts to challenge this status quo, you will term them terrorists. From what I have just enumerated, any responsible and sensible humanity will understand that it is very clear that there is a conspiracy against the Eastern people. There is a gradual and consistent attempt to continue the genocide of 1966-67, which culminated into civil war, using, of course, the willing tools and vessels within the corridor of power. You cannot tell me with such security briefing from the primate of Methodist Church that I am still surprised that those booties had not been combed. In a responsible society, what the government should have done is to mobilize bulldozers to go and clear the entire bush, forest, and of course, decimate those criminals hiding under whatever cover to perpetrate evil. But because of the government has, of course, some hidden ulterior motive or agenda to that effect, that's why they are, of course, reluctant about the move or whatever they can deploy to protect the life of the people.
Let's look at Obasanjo frustrated, jealous of Buhari. That's a report from the presidency on his endorsement of Obi.
Take a study and a look at those people who call Obasanjo frustrated. They are the most frustrated. Most of them are rusticated. Most of them are dropped out. Most of them didn't complete a common basic education because of the primitive mentality they have. They could not mingle with the society. Most of them have not been, of course, opportune to work in a civilized society or within a civilized environment. You see, they resort to thought and the most demeaning nature in life. No, what I'm telling the people who said the presidency, Obasanjo is frustrated. Obasanjo has been an elder statesman. Most times I do criticize him. But beyond, of course, sentiments and all that, what is he trying to project? You cannot see the light and you resort to darkness. Somebody will say that he brought Yaradua. Was Yaradua never a good man? Yaradua was the only person Obasanjo brought that turn around the fortune of the masses, the downtrodden, by reversing the petrol that was hiked by his predecessor. You see, by reversing it, that had never happened in the history of Nigeria. From 97 to 65, and fuel from 70 something to 50. I bought fuel at 50 naira all through the time, the tenure of Zagadua. You can also attest for that if you have started cooking that time. You see, of course, your mommy will also attest to that. But then, why do you blame Yaradua for that? During Jonathan extension, after his 6 years tenure, it was clamoring that very clear that the power should return to the north. But due to greed and selfishness of the politician, because they have tested power, Jonathan decided to hold on to power. Obasanjo, of course, after several engagements, understood that he is so defiant and not willing to bend. He now resorted to, of course, in as much as his choice then was more catastrophic than ever imagined. But yet, he wanted to balance power because of fairness. He said power should return to the north. And he supported, of course, the Buhari then, which I don't know if it's still the Buhari, that is even more younger than Kunle. You see, at his 80s, he's younger than somebody who claims to be in his late 40s. If it's actually he supported him, but thank God we have seen that Buhari, if not that he has the opportunity to govern Nigeria, people will be saying that he was the best president Nigeria never had. But thank God that that narrative has been corrected today from what we are seeing. So Obasanjo has made his position based on informed knowledge, based on his experiences. You see, he's open to, of course, progressive government. During his time, I know he was not, of course, a perfect man, but we understood how he was able to set up the Nigerian debts. He was able to bring people around and all that, but it was not sustainable because Nigeria was not designed to succeed. And because Nigeria was not designed to succeed, the next dispensation plunged us into another, plunged you rather, not me, into another, as a Nigerian, plunged you into another irrecoverable debt that your next 6th generation will spend their entire life. Hello, if you want to talk, come here and talk. You are disturbing me. And having said that, you cannot understand that the position of that gentleman was very right, but unfortunately was coming too late because if it had been done in the last 2 decades, on the last decade, Nigeria would have opportunity of being saved. But as it stands now, Nigeria is at the brink of total collapse. Okay. So whatever remedy you are profiling, of course, as a solution cannot save what is written. Mene, take care of a sin. You have been weighed and found wanting, and your kingdom is divided. And what is written is written, and nothing can change it. Whether Obasanjo approves or endorses Obi is immaterial. But the reality is that people are no longer happy with the system that is bent at killing their own innocent people, children and mothers and uncles. Okay. So people have resorted to, of course, affirm the mene take care of a sin, especially in this new year, where, of course, the courage and determination will chart the way for the people. So I don't know what about, of course, the Oduduwa nation, but I believe that the people who feel marginalized and oppressed will always chart a way for themselves. This is just the new beginning. Let me have a break.
I have Mr. Mazi, sorry,
Otumba Mazike. Otumba. Good day, my people. Happy New Year to all of you.
Oh, you
good to see New Year. This is my first time here. Okay. I greet you, Funigas. I greet you, Nance. I greet you, Jenny. You, the lovers of democracy. I greet you all. Purposeful people. I greet you all. Happy I'm alive to witness year 2023, the year of decision. Thank you very much for the support, you guys. Thank you, Emmanuel. Blessing to you. Blessings for your family. And when you come back next, let us meet at Tonike, our normal place.
Okay, Obasanjo frustrated, jealous of Buhari. That's what the presidency has said of his endorsement of Peter Obi.
Thank you very much. You see, Obasanjo has a right to endorse anybody he likes. But Obasanjo relevance is outdated as we're talking now. The same Obasanjo you are talking of, he wasted $10 billion on electricity. Instead of him giving us electricity, he put us into darkness. Accepted. He brought GSM for us, which was the handwork of late Abacha. It was on the pipeline then that these are the projects we are going to, initiate into the governance. A lot of people are half informed around here, so they will not know that, and I'm here to inform them. And when Obasanjo came into power, he smuggled power with everybody, because as he doesn't like your face, you are in soup for it. And we remember the hatchet man then, Nuru Ribadu, that he used. Now, how is jealous of Buhari is, Buhari terminated the payment of his staff salary in Ota, in which the successive government has been paid. Let us call a spade a spade. Baba, yes, he has his own role he played for this country. Some people say he fought he ended up the war in the Biafra war. Nevertheless, Obasanjo has never been a Yoruba candidate. Obasanjo has never been a Yoruba candidate. We wanted Falaye as our governor, an erudite economist. That is our best brain for that position. But the power that be, the cabal, they impose Obasanjo on us. So he has never been our candidate. This same Obasanjo brought do or die election into Nigerian politics. This same Obasanjo brought Yaradua. That Yaradua is the best candidate, his own best candidate. But God bless Yaradua anywhere he is. The most sincere president we've ever had. And Yaradua came on board and he calmed the tensions, he calmed the agitation, and he started from himself that the election that brought me to power was a flawed election, was a rigged election. And after that, Yaradua started the probing of $10 billion Obasanjo wasted on electricity. And as it's today, it's still part of what masses are suffering. Okay. Wait, let me land. You give time to give me time. Okay. Now, look at what happened. No. I'm with you, my brother. I'm with you. I'm praying for you. Now, Obasanjo, as it is now, the power probe, the Yaradua started. By tricks, by everything, they killed the power probe. They killed the power probe, and they now went for the people that were probing. That is the hunted. You remember the Indidi, what's it called? Indidi, this guy's brother.
Somebody say Obasanjo cannot win his local government.
He's polling unit. The Baba is not relevant again. In our adage, when an old man is getting old, you say he's doing our wrong. Lots of memory, we keep managing them like that. He's an elder, and they said Tinubu went to meet Baba in Ota. It's our own tradition.
So, we will come there.
Okay.
Now, Buhari has spent, let's say, 8 years.
Yes.
Obasanjo spent 8 years.
Yes.
Who performed better?
Now, you need to classify the area they perform. In infrastructures, Buhari, give it to Buhari. In infrastructures, Lagos Ibadan, Obasanjo domain here, that he could not do for 8 years. Buhari is handling it. He's doing it fine. Look at Second Niger Bridge.
Have they finished Lagos Ibadan Expressway?
But it has got to 90% job. It's almost finished. The job is concluded. You don't tell us what we don't know yet. Apply that road. It's 90% finished. Okay. You nearly finished 90%, and somebody that did not do anything. You could remember, Obasanjo did nothing. What Obasanjo did was he just allocated that road on PPP, public-private partnership. Remember, let me land. You asked me that, So Obasanjo gave it to Wale Babalaki on PPP. The same PDP that Obasanjo belongs to came into power and removed under Jonathan that because Babalaki was partisan to Ibori, and Ibori was you know,
No, we are managing
serious
the time.
enemy.
I got your
Yeah,
point.
yeah, serious enemy to you. You know, what's it called then? Jonathan.
look at
And they politicize that.
insecurity.
They politicize that road.
Insecurity.
Insecurity. Let us all be praying. Both settlers, Lagos settlers. Let us just be praying
Buhari and Obasanjo.
between Buhari and Obasanjo. Yeah, give the insecurity to. He tried under his government to tame the insecurity. Likewise, the government in power now, because of external aggressions they had, and it was a carryover of insecurity under Jonathan, they inherited. Because those people are penetrated during that time. The Boko Haram, we had the economy. Now, economy, to me, economy without, the foundation is nothing. Has the economy not collapsed now? Buhari and now, economy, the economy Obasanjo operated then was a fragile economy. Because you are operating an economy and you don't have the source, you don't have the foundation, you don't have a foundation that economy will stand on. Under Obasanjo, they were busy turning around our refinery and they were spending a whole lot of millions of dollars, our hand-earned money.
Spent 1.something trillion naira on turning around refinery. Yeah. 1.7 trillion.
If Obasanjo have done that, right? If Obasanjo have done
So
that, the basic thing. To me, as it is, the economy of the whole world is downtown now. Economy of the whole world, and the UN has said the 1/3 of the nation will face what? Will face austerity. The UN has said it. Go to your archive and Google it. That 1/3 of the whole nation.
Are you giving to Buhari?
The guy has tried. You see, I'm not a tribal sentiment that will say because it's not from my own side. Do you know Buhari tried on infrastructure? Didn't you travel? Do you go to your state? Do you go to your state? Do you apply that? Do you apply that second Niger bridge? See, when you call a spade, when somebody did something, no matter where it comes from. You said Buhari or Obasanjo? Economy. Obasanjo economy was an imported technocrat that he brought then. So and the economy collapsed after his tenure because of what? Wait. Economy. You said he has the best economy.
No. I say Buhari or Obasanjo, who is best in economy?
In the economy. So take out all what Obasanjo did. I cannot even grade him for not giving me power. And power is the basic foundation of economy. Okay. If you have power, if you have oil, you say I'm not giving it. Don't just count me out of that. Count me any other thing you want to say. I can.
Debt cancellation.
Yes, debt cancellation. Then what happened to the debt again after the cancellation?
Between Obasanjo and Buhari.
What happened? The debt cancellation was not Obasanjo that initiated it. It was Okonjo-Iweala. And what happened? What happened towards the end of his, government? Okonjo-Iweala had to resign because he could not curtail what Obasanjo was doing then.
Is it Obasanjo or Jonathan?
I said,
Okonjo-Iweala resigned.
Okonjo-Iweala resigned. Go to your archive.
So Obasanjo cancelled our debt.
He did not cancel our debt, mind you.
Okay.
I said it was Okonjo-Iweala who happens to the World Bank.
Who Obasanjo appointed?
And who brought Okonjo-Iweala? Do you know who brought Okonjo-Iweala? It's same article. This same article. It's same this article. So Obasanjo should not carry any glory.
We are moving towards 60 trillion naira. Under Obasanjo and Buhari corruption.
Under Obasanjo and Buhari corruption. Now, thank you very much. Under Obasanjo and Buhari corruption, how many people did Obasanjo send to prison? How many people did Obasanjo send to prison? It's just a few of his enemies that he sent to the prison. Now, look at it. Tafa Balogun, he sent Tafa to prison because after Tafa has done hatchet job for him for his second term election. Now, Obasanjo corruption fight was a selective fight in which everybody you cannot say that time that you are not party to that voice that was saying Obasanjo, what's it called? Conviction there was selective conviction. If you are not, Buhari is trying. At least we had an accountant general that swallow money. and he went to prison for it. At least he was being caught and he was being disgraced and exposed. And the case now is, if you are corrupt, if you stole money, Nigerian money.
You have spent time.
I've not spent time. No, don't be biased.
You can go back when you're watching it. You just go back.
Yeah.
When I started, you now measure the time.
You are still wasting the time. Let me. It's a new
if
year.
Obasanjo
It's
is
a
not
new year,
relevant,
man. Yes.
Why did the APC lobby to meet him?
Thank you very much. You see, in our own palace, village, in our own village palace, I'll say it. What we do is, if you're an elder is an elder. Either you like him or not. You go to him, you greet him, you tell him what you want to do. It may be your support, it may not be your support. As I am here today, I have some elders that are useless elders in my village. But when I get to village, the other one that are responsible, they will say, go and greet so person and let him know you are around. You see, either you like him or not, he's an elder, right? And that is what we are doing here. I'm a Yoruba man, and we have that respect for our elder. We go there with, but when our elder is doing wrong, we say it.
Yeah.
And I said it all over and over. I have an elder that is as not functioning as our Obasanjo.
They brought out 100 most influential persons in Africa. Obasanjo was in that list.
Was it only
Tinubu
one?
was not in that list.
Tinubu was not in that list. What year for? Last year for was in that list.
Yeah.
Forbes can
So
bring
influential.
you can be influential negatively. Mind you can be influential. See, we are too enlightened to form for all this market square news. We are too enlightened. We tell you as it is. To me,
Okay, Adebanjo hails Obasanjo's endorsement.
they are two birds of same feather. This man, Adebanjo, cannot even get one single vote in his constituency. Obasanjo cannot even get 5 votes in his constituency, and I can bet it with you. What's the election? It cannot get. It cannot get.
Even me.
Because all the people,
Even me, Gogo, I can get
all the people that are supposed to give Obasanjo that vote, he has fought them. Tell me the governor that Obasanjo has not fought. He fought Benga Daniel. He fought this Baba Oshoba. He fought everybody. He fought. Why? When you are going against everybody, are you the only saint? He fought Atiku to stand still. Say Atiku is a thief. Now the thief you are calling Atiku, the PTF money, fund money, you flip your hand.
Said that he was not attacked when he endorsed Buhari.
He was not attacked when he endorsed.
Yeah.
What made him to endorse Buhari that time? Because he has been writing notorious letters to every president, and Jonathan rejected it. And go and ask about this by Edwin Clark about Obasanjo. They will tell you his history. Pa Edwin Clark, who happens to be former minister for information in the First Republic. Go and ask him about President Obasanjo. Obasanjo is just his selfish interest. If you don't go his way, he bully you. That's just it.
Exactly, they don't like Obasanjo.
I like him, but the tricks is what I don't like.
Letter.
I don't need to read the letter. How many letters will you want to read? Is it the one for Jonathan? Is it the one for? I don't need to read it. A lot of letters he has wrote a lot of letters.
Before you leave this world, go and read that letter.
I don't need to read Obasanjo letter because Obasanjo had no impact on me. It's you people, new kid on the blocks that you have the Obasanjo letter. He said Abiola was not a messiah. He said Abiola was not a messiah, and he got to that presidency through Abiola district. So it's you people that are just knew this person. We knew Obasanjo, but we still keep respecting him. But when he goes astray, we try to correct him. It's our father. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Mr. Matthew, good morning. Yeah, good morning, sir. Sometimes when it's good. Good. So that people look at two sides. Let's look. Obasanjo frustrated, jealous of Buhari. That's from the presidency.
Thank you for having me. I think the statement frustrated is unbecoming spokesman. I think I've applied decorum because I took pain to read Obasanjo's letter. I took pain to read the response from the president. I think, in fairness to Obasanjo, he is entitled. All at one point in
Okay, sorry.
So what I'm trying to say in essence is Obasanjo as a Nigerian have right to decide who to support. And all the political parties and their candidates had at one point in time or the other visited Obasanjo seeking for his support. So hence his support did not favor PDP and did not favor APC. They started casting aspersion on him. You have said that the man have no electoral value. Why are you losing sleep over who he endorsed? And whether we like it or not, this is not the first time we have seen somebody endorsing a candidate. The other stakeholders in Nigeria who can decide to endorse each or any one of the candidates. IBB is there, Abdusalam is there, Gowon is there, Jonathan is there. So they equally go and start lobbying and looking for endorsements. Because if you claim Obasanjo have no electoral value, you should not lose sleep over who he endorsed.
Okay.
And if you look at the accusation against Obasanjo by the presidency, talking about fraud, talking about maladministration, is like calling kettle black. Because there are some areas in my own consideration, Obasanjo did better than this current administration.
Yeah, I was asking between.
There are some areas I would say. There are some areas I would say Obasanjo did far better than this government in terms of security. I don't think under Obasanjo watch, Obasanjo wouldn't have been able to handle this insecurity. Because to a greater extent, what we are seeing in terms of the insecurity is sentiment on the part of the Mr. President. Because there's belief in some quarter that Mr. President is handling killer herdsmen with kid glove, but because they are from the same ethnic group. We have seen Sheikh Gumi recently come out to ask his people to vote for candidates that will not fight bandits. They should only vote for candidates that will negotiate with bandits. Say because bandits are our people. And if you look at even anti-corruption, this government have failed woefully. Because how can you justify a situation where the most celebrated conviction the EFC had, and the person of the former two governors of Taraba and the other states, you went and used your prerogative of mercy. Yes, Plateau State. You went and used your prerogative of mercy, a window provided by the Constitution, to pardon them, thereby demoralizing the anti-graft agencies, the personnel, the lieutenants who are in the field. So, I think, okay, look at the issue of power generation. Go and cast your mind back and look at what Fashola said in 2016 as the Minister of Power. It was published at Premium Times, 19th of May, 2016. Fashola said that Nigeria had the capacity to generate 12,000 megawatts of electricity as at 2016. And this was what was inherited by this current government as a cumulative effort of Obasanjo, Yar'Adua, and Jonathan. And as we speak, I read a report in Daily Post about 3 days ago that said that Nigerian generation capacity is now 12,522 megawatts. Meaning this government only added about 522 megawatts all through its lifespan of 8 years. And under the same period under review, is the case that we were transmitting and distributing 4,500 megawatts of electricity. Currently, records show that we are transmitting and distributing 5,000 megawatts of electricity, meaning the government only added 500 megawatts within all its lifespan of 8 years. But if you look at the issue of second Niger bridge, I think Buhari outperformed Obasanjo, because all effort to build that bridge have failed. And against all odds, I think Buhari's government built it. So I think I give that to him. But it is unnecessary to start casting aspersion on anyone that endorses anybody. Because as an individual, it's within my right to decide to support candidate A, B, or C. And it's without interference from any quarter. So for me, I think the statement that came from the presidency to the presidential spokesman, Buhari Presidency, is unbecoming of the office of Mr. President. Calling a former president, addressing a former president as being frustrated, for me, is the highest level of affront, and it should be discouraged. Don't forget that I'm not surprised. In 2011, Muhammadu Buhari, as an opposition leader then, said that dogs and baboon will be soaked in blood. And we saw the consequence when Jonathan won the election in 2011. How many coppers were killed in the north. So for me, even Mr. President is not a Democrat. Because he's even somebody who truncated a democratically elected government through that coup where he removed the Shagari. So for me, though he's now the president, incumbent president, but when your spokesperson speak, they should apply decorum. They should apply civility. Because the same government who is talking about hate speech should not be the one teaching our hate speech. For me, that statement saying a former president of the country is frustrated is unbecoming of a presidential spokesperson.
Go to Ogun State, then you can sample opinion of an average Ogun State youth. They will tell you that the former president does not have any relevance in his local government.
Obasanjo may not have what it takes to influence the electorate to vote, even his locality, even in his locality. But the issue is this. I don't want to join issue with Chigozie. I don't want to join issue with Chigozie. Leave Chigozie alone. I don't want to join issue with him.
No, they say we all look like bandits.
No, as I don't want to join issue with Chigozie. That is not the issue here. The issue is we are saying on the issue. Now, if Obasanjo have no electoral value at the local level, his ward, his local government, federal constituency, senatorial district, even his state, it's a different ballgame when it comes to national issues. When it comes to the influence he wields on the national at the national level.
Africa is influential.
Within the Nigerian polity, he's influential. Don't forget that almost all the stakeholders as we speak, including Tinubu himself, Atiku himself, Obi, they have all visited him. So if you went to him to seek for his support and you could not get it, it's not sufficient to start casting aspersion on who he supports.
Okay.
And again, look at the direction the G5 governors in PDP may take. It may be influenced by his council, because from what I read, 3 out of the 5 governors who visited him, he advised them to go for Obi. And if you can have what it takes to influence 5 governors where they will go and they are thinking of following his counsel, then how can you be talking of saying that he doesn't have electoral value?
Okay, let's move on. We are looking at have you collected your voter's card?
No, I will do that this week.
Because they are sounding the alarm now. Go and collect your voter's card at the local government area. Now, those buying PVCs are wasting their time. That is INEC.
INEC need to prove to us that they are wasting their time. Because it's not sufficient to say they are wasting their time. For me, INEC is not correct by saying they are wasting their time. Though INEC may not what it takes to prevent that PVC buying. Because take for instance,
they said they could only prevent the victims from voting, but they cannot vote in the election.
Then they have succeeded. They have succeeded. I'm not blaming INEC for the mopping up of PVC. But the point I'm making is, you cannot say the PVC are buying will not have effect on the election. It is the government itself that has the responsibility to prevent the PVC mop-up. If, as a candidate, you look at the stronghold of your opponent, you go there, you induce the people with money, you mop up PVC in that area. At the end of the day, you disenfranchise 80% of the electorates in that area. Have you not shaped the election? You have already shaped the result of the election. So I think what the government rather should do is to synergize with all the relevant government agencies to sensitize the public, the electors, especially the rural dwellers, on the consequence of selling their PVC. So INEC should not be telling us that, let me see, those buying PVC are wasting their time. It's not true that they are wasting their time. Because they end up disenfranchising electorates from the stronghold of their opponents. They have succeeded in and mop all the PVC. They induce them with money, mop all the PVC, and they disenfranchise them. So they are not wasting their time. They have achieved their aim.
Okay, let's look at security agencies to pick up ineligible voters during election. How possible is that?
It's not. That one is just rhetoric. They are not picking up anybody.
Said that they are going to arrest.
INEC is not controlling police. We are all in Nigeria. Do police listen to INEC on election day? That day you see one area commander, you see a commissioner of police. All of them may have interest in one candidate or the other. You see how they behave on that day. But ordinarily, INEC should be the one driving the process. INEC should be the one to call in police. Because if you look at the Electoral Act, police have no right to approach the polling booth within the voting process with gun. The military, the police, what they needed to do is to stay on strategic positions along the road strategically to forestall any crisis, to arrest any person that wants to circumvent the rule, whether violently or otherwise. But unfortunately, on election day, like we have witnessed in the past, you see all these agencies propagating and advancing their personal interests against the rule of engagement. And unfortunately, I doubt if we are likely going to see a different scenario come this February 20, is it 23rd of February in that presidential election?
Okay, lastly, on Emefiele, labeling CBN governor terrorism sponsor shameful.
It's quite unfortunate. We have said it severally. But because if you look at the reason they remove honor, is not, the accusation was not real. But at the end of the day, the people who started it have a way of making Mr. President to buy into it. Before he knew it, he was unceremoniously removed from office. So that is why when we started seeing DSS dancing to that drum, beat of drum, we knew that something was in the offing. But however I look at it, I think the court have reason to do justice. Because the court have ab initio told the DSS, if you have credible information, divulge it to us, share the intelligence with us, convince us so that we may give you order, permission, power to arrest, detain, investigate, and prosecute this man. But the, what is it called? DSS was not forthcoming in doing that. To the extent that when the court dispensed the case at the last count, when the court restrained DSS from further harassing, intimidating, arresting, and prosecuting the CBN governor, the court did mention that DSS is trying to incite Mr. President against the CBN governor. So it's quite unfortunate, quite regrettable that in Nigeria, instead of making the institution to work for the generality of Nigerians and for the well-being of the country and its citizens, people are bent on using it to harm individuals who are trying to use their office to advance good economy. Okay. Because if you look at the Naira redesign and the policy of withdrawal limits, just like CBN has said, I'm coming. Just like CBN said ab initio, that is not targeted at anybody, and that is not cast in stone, that it can be reviewed. So what was the basis of saying CBN governor is a sponsor of terrorism? For me, it is unfortunate that we live in a country where, if you look at civilized world, they make the institutions to work. And the institutions cannot be used as a prey by people who are at the corridor of power. Look at Benjamin Netanyahu. As a prime minister of Israel, he was questioned twice by Israeli police. Look at when Trump was losing the election. He tried to use state institutions to his favor. He could not, because institutions there know that they are their allegiance is to the concern of the United States of America. But in Nigeria, it's unfortunate that reverse is the case.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, I have Oluwa1 of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Oluwa of Africa.
Yeah, that's the capital Manfiso. Good morning.
The East Colorado.
The capital Manfiso of the East Colorado. I'm back at the fucking home house. Morning and happy new year in a good level. We are back again. Christian,
Okay,
what's happening?
Is frustrated, jealous of Buhari Presidency.
Obasanjo is the deputy or the founder of criminality in Nigeria. Obasanjo is a mafia, he's a criminal. Let me say, it was a Maradona. Okay, the other one is a Maradona, which is an IBB. Look at Obasanjo. Obasanjo like to cause controversy. As an elder statesman, Obasanjo have the responsibility to make Nigeria in a peaceful home. But what is he doing? He's trying to throw stone in the market to cause confusion. People will be running extra scatter. Where did Obasanjo? Where did Obasanjo call Obasanjo? Buhari call everybody. The elder statement, the retired one. Let everybody settle down in Nigeria. Let us release that man in the prison that is causing problem in the southeast. Now the country, let us release that one. Let there be peace. And now you are not saying let there be Peter Obi. And somebody back is in the prison. And they are firing gun every day there. See, just yesterday, a former governor was attacked. Four policemen, cold-blooded, died. The other day, Chris Ubawa, his name, attacked almost 5 policemen, died. In that same region. Why? Because somebody is incarcerated illegally. And you are here saying you are Obasanjo. Obasanjo, what is your name? Like confirm ITT, international thief. Now you rose again, say okay, I endorse. We know that you endorse a good candidate, but in a legally way. Let there be peace. An atmosphere, there is no peace, there is no election. Don't you know what is going to happen in that side? Because you are going to be shooting. And you and I know. Everybody know. In East, those boys, they are divided. They are the one who call IPOP, they are the one who call Peter Obi, they are the one who call Nigeria. So it's a problematic situation. And you are an elder statesman, you are not causing confusion. So, boss, your matter of my own, it's not a somebody. Look at Ogun State, where it come from. Look at your taxi house. It's not good for you to see the kind of situation that is happening in that environment. A former president living as outside. Look at Babangida now. Babangida turned Mina to a small London. What does Obasanjo do to Ogun State? He kidnapped everything to his pocket, carried the whole land, carried everybody property.
He kidnapped Ogun State.
He kidnapped everything to his pocket. I know him now. The other time there was all those pallets that owes many of this land that is collected by force. They were dragging with you. Obasanjo carried them to Abuja, put them for his cell. Old man. Obasanjo, for me, it's a mistake of coming to Nigeria. Because Abacha will have used Obasanjo to drink Gary, but God removed him from Abacha's lion hand. Now it's causing confusion. Abacha will use and drink Gary just for some days. And you come outside, you will not be crowned president, 8 years, what have you done? No. You were telling Nigeria that we can buy beer 200 naira, why we will buy fuel for 200 naira. Can you imagine that kind of statement from the mouth of a president? He collects $60 billion. Where is the light? So Obasanjo is a zero man. Let us go to the other side.
Okay, those that are buying PVCs are wasting their time.
They are wasting their time because according to the language that is happening now, whether you buy PVC or you don't buy PVC, we are coming to take over the doctrine of the government. There is time for everything. They have been buying this PVC for a long time. Now, I don't think it's going to work. It can't work anymore. So the buyers and the seller, they are the same category. It's a zero home. Confirm zero.
Okay.
Because we know what is going to happen. Because the time has come for you and I. That is movement of the people, mass revolution of human beings from Nigeria coming to be in a battle to secure our future. Tomorrow, not now.
Give them the language, Oluwa.
Oluwa one, the Mafiso one of our land. Now we are coming back. Now it's January. For the chicken of an hour now, there will be a confirmed election, battlefield. And you and I know what is going to happen. Okay. A new face, a new peculiar face is going to appear as a president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. All those forest lions, they know where they belong.
Foreign lions know where they belong. Thank you very much. I have a Mazi Raf. Good morning, Mazi Raf.
Yeah, good morning, Christian. Compliment of the season.
God bless you. I see you are celebrating.
Yeah, I always celebrate
our
viewers from America, our viewers from UK, that's Europe. Our viewers from Japan, that's Asia. Our viewers from Australia. Our viewers from Antarctica, from yes, Oceania, all of them. They are celebrating us. That's why I'm celebrating them. Cheers to all of you. Have your Pepsi pets. So I'm thanking you, O.C. Okwade, Professor. O.C. O.J. High Chief. O.J. Okwade, High Chief. And also a professor. Chris, try. So, Okwade, I'm greeting you. Mama America, I'm greeting you. Mami Kechi, I'm greeting you. Mr. Ifanye Mwokeike, I'm greeting you. Kanu Abuba, I'm greeting you. Emmanuel Green, I'm greeting you. Udame Young Man from Akwebo, I'm greeting you. I'm greeting people like Akim Olasupo, Kasim in Maryland. I'm greeting people like Vera Kimono, many of them. People like Chima Okechukwu, Chima Udeze, Funigas from Zamfara or Katsina, wherever you come from. One day we're expecting to see you here. Then, let me tell you, 2 Niger, 4 Niger, we will not see you. You promise us that you are coming. Then, Mami Hajia Halima, to you all. So,
Obasanjo frustrated, jealous of Buhari. That's from presidency.
Obasanjo would have no reason to be jealous of Buhari. Obasanjo is never a frustrated man. Why? He is trying or beginning to reason like us, you and I. You know what? He supported Buhari in the first place. Obasanjo was part of the forces that brought in this administration because he was spanking, or he believed he was spanking on Jonathan. Do you understand? Now, he has seen the results of that previous madness. Obasanjo was telling us that Buhari will take Nigeria to promised land in 2015. I was surprised. Not only him, Wole Soyinka was trying to preach to Nigerians that is a Buhari that will turn Nigeria around. That Wole Soyinka's insinuation made me to wonder, why are Nigerians going to Oxford University, Harvard University to study? If you study in the higher institution, it will change your mentality, mental ability. It will give you foresight of reasoning, sense of power. Before it happens, you have seen it ahead. That's why your parents send you to school. Christian, Soyinka supported Buhari. Nobel laureate supported a man that reared cows. Buhari was into husbandry. He was sleeping, they went and knocked on his door. Bah. Buhari, come, wake up. Now we want you, sir. Want him for what? Did he go to school? What does he know? Because I know that Americans, they troop into where? Chicago, Illinois. Where Obama was, sitting as a congressman. Their senator. Yes, he was doing well. That man is an orator. He did well in his constituency. Obama came out and used speech, motivational speech, and shocked the whole United States. When Obama speaks, everybody stand up. But tell me, when Buhari has spoken, the whole Nigeria stood up. In the past, did he? No. Speech, 0. Achievement, 0. Ideology, 0. Everything, 0. Schooling, certificate, 0. So the reason why they begged Buhari to come to this level is still so disappointing, and we are still mirroring it. What is it that must have motivated Nigerians, eminent Nigerians, like Femi Falana, like Tunde Bakare, like Obasanjo, like Wole Soyinka, like Andy Okeke, the famous Nollywood star, to have made that move of inviting Buhari to rule Nigeria? People like Mbaka was drumming. Our savior. Behold, your savior. Your savior has come with hunger. Your savior has come with ignorance. Your savior has come with bad leadership. So, let me tell you, Obasanjo is not frustrated. Obasanjo has seen the truth. Obasanjo is the man of the town. Nigerian foremost elderly statesman. Nigerian foremost patriotist, Nigerian foremost what? Everything. That is good.
You can't compare Obasanjo to Buhari.
No, now. Matthew Obasanjo was a military engineer now. He works in the workshop. Matthew Obasanjo could scatter AK-47, dismember it, and couple it back. Yes, he's a military engineer. He works in the workshop. He led garrisons during the war. He fought against me, Igbo man. He successfully reunited Nigeria in 1976. A good leader. What are you saying? Matthew Obasanjo was Biabia in his 40s. His Biabia is like this, in his 40s. Very black. But Buhari specialized in killing Igbos after the war. He will lead 40 people to Plateau State, enter bush, kill all of them. That was 1971-70. He started killing. He was killing until the same Obasanjo called Gowan and told us, say, look at that man, he's killing people. That was after annihilation of over 1,000 men at Asaba, 1970. Go to Asaba today, you will see pick the names. What do they call it? It's just like a stone or marble, a pick or what? No, bearing the names of. Thank you. Like at Asaba, yeah. Over 1,000. Many men who led that genocide at Asaba after the war. So what is it that must have motivated Okowa to go and support Atiku? What is it that must have motivated Ngige, Hope Uzodimba, to be an agent of APC in Imo State, supporting annihilation, massacre of the Imolites, youths? What is it? They are taking us backward to remember our what? Bitter days. 50-something years ago, the first person to have invited another military operation in Igbo land after 50 years was Hope Uzodimma. They bombarded the bush, they killed the farmers in their farmland. Now, in Omoma community, Olo, there are no youths. If they sight a youth, that youth is a gunner, gone. He has gone. They will kill at night. They will kill at will. They will kill senselessly, indiscriminately. Both traditional worshippers, both Christians, both free thinkers, the innocent, the guilty, everybody. Hope Uzodimma has been killing and killing. Go to Igbo land here today, this year. Shootings.
We have Ohakim's convoy attack, 4 policemen killed.
What?
Ohakim's convoy attack. Ohakim, former governor of Imo State.
His convoy
was attacked and 4 policemen killed.
Jesus Christ. Ohakim Ikedia of Imo State, the former governor from Mbano. Jesus Christ. It has taken to another dimension. So you know what is going on? I'm trying to alert Igbo politicians, both present and the previous. Wake up to your slumber and know who is knocking on your doors. Something is amiss.
The IPOB have been accused. Yes.
I know. That you release Nnamdi Kanu. Failure to release Nnamdi Kanu. Somebody will be knocking on your doors. I mean all the disgruntled politicians in southeastern Nigeria. Releasing Nnamdi Kanu or else strange persons will be knocking on your car doors, your convoy. Open. In your house. Open. Because you've not gotten it right. Or Hakim Ikedia, has he said anything about Nnamdi Kanu's incarceration? Or Hakim Ikedia did not kill any Mazob. During his time, it was Mazob. Raf Wazulike. He was booted out of office by Rocha Sokorocha. Hakim has no hand in punishing Mazob. During his time, there was no Nnamdi Kanu. Listen to me. So this time around, if they attack his convoys, he should go and check himself. He should call meeting, stakeholders meeting among the Igbo politicians. They should provide solution.
I say it's a political killing.
Inclined is a political attempt, killings attempt. His opponents might use thugs, might use assassins, might use anybody. I listen to me. The people that attack the convoy might be Fulani herdsmen, might be unknown gunmen. Are you listening to me? So they should have a stakeholder meeting in Igbo land. I mean the politicians in Enugu, in Anambra, in Imo, in Ebonyi, in Abia State, to proffer solution to what? To tackle insecurity in the southeastern Nigeria.
That the governors have not been.
All of them, they have not been able because they are after money. If you know the kind of money they are receiving there, if you know the kind of emolument of benefits that goes into state houses, Enugu, Anambra, Imo, every month, security will tumka. You know what? All their minister of domestic, their name they call somebody, all those agencies that will tell the governor, you have right now to, there is every security in at Nkwodo. Go, come, we have cleared the road. They have name, it's a department. Those agents, those security men, they pay them too much money. They go tell them that everything is all right. After all, he has orderly, he has police secretary, everybody that are following him, they would have told him, they should have told him that, please don't go, no road. But they will tell him, Baba, go. He was going on convoy. Policemen, to the level that 4 policemen were killed. That was an attempt on Hakim's life.
Okay, you say the solution to the insecurity in the south is that all stakeholders come together.
They should come together, round table talk. They should call the Igbes, the Ezes, round table talk. They should call the local government chairman, governors, most importantly, the governors, round table talk. Charles Soludo should be the head at the end of it because they're after his life now. Charles Soludo will never last on that seat. If they fail to impeach him, they will kick him out. See, Charles Mbafo Soludo is being naive because what? He has seen money. Yes, then I campaigned for him. I stood for him. I was so passionate, eager, anxious to make sure that, to see that Anambra votes him. But today, what is going on? He has turned his back on me. He has turned his back on that woman that failed, that refused bribe. He has turned his back on everybody. Charles Soludo is now romancing Fulani Hausa hegemony in the north. He collected money, $28 billion. From, we know now, I've said it often and often. Hope Uzodinma gave him the connection. He collected that money from an APC henchman. Yes, and they started talking trash. Now he's aligning forces with Ato Ezenupo, Ato 1,000, Ato 100,000 now. He's Ato 1 million. Anytime Ato landed, he's landed in Oyagwa bag and Opo is giving the whole Kingsmen visitors 1 million. Ato 1 million. Align forces with Soludo to what? To Castobi, give him all manners of names. Charles Soludo is not doing well. They will call stakeholder meetings of all the governors. The lack of actors so that the atmosphere in the Igbo land will be very, very conducive for everybody. So the atmosphere in the southeastern Nigeria will be very, very peaceful to everybody. See, they need meeting. The Nzes, the Igbes, the Obas, everybody, they should come together to proffer solution to us securing southeastern Nigeria. Let me tell you, attack on our Hakim's convoy has opened everybody's eyes that nobody is safe in Igbo land. Monitor your utterances. Know where you are going. Know your friends. Know your kinsmen too well. Don't indulge or go into new acquaintances, new friends that you've not known too well, so that you don't make a little, L-E-T-H-A-L, deadly mistake.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mazi, I have Mr. Adegwani this morning. He's prepared, fully prepared. He says he wants to handle some people. Good morning.
All right, good morning, viewers. Compliment of the season to those that are just joining us.
Yeah.
Want to believe we have new viewers every day, right?
Yes, yes.
Compliment of the season, new viewers. How you guys doing? I wish you all the best.
Okay.
But then, no play this year. Oh, no play. Oh. Get the
Okay,
point.
Obasanjo frustrated, jealous of Buhari presidency. Says
Obasanjo. Who is Obasanjo?
is a former head of state.
Obasanjo cannot garner 1,000 votes in Abeokuta. Who is Obasanjo? To hell with him. He has no electoral value. Who is Obasanjo? Obasanjo, when he was the president, he has ruled this nation for 11 years. Abeokuta, he did not do anything. He's the most useless Yoruba leader you can ever imagine. Who the hell is he? He did not see. Obasanjo did not feel some water. From Togate, from from Ijaye Road to Abeokuta, that song water express road. Obasanjo no officer. Now Buhari confessor. Now let me tell you something. Obasanjo make soft landing. You know what they call soft landing? Everything was soft. There was no banditry. There was no Boko Haram. There was no anything. Everybody, as at then, there was that time there was nothing called social media. You know what Obasanjo did that he used to scam us? He said he brought GSM. Rubbish. He said he brought GSM. What level of mediocrity? What the hell is that? Who is Obasanjo for crying out loud? Who is Obasanjo? What did he do? He took our men. He took them to Liberia. What's it called? Liberia. There were so many Liberian girls. All those ladies with big yash. I was seeing big Liberian girls. I know they see them again now because they've all come back to the country. Listen.
What happened to Chancellor?
What happened to Chancellor? For crying out loud, let us be students of history. What did he do? What did he do?
Okay.
What did he do? What are the legacies he left? Listen, before I leave Obasanjo. A man that cannot handle his family. Have you read the letter Iyabo Obasanjo? What a useless father. He's a narcissist. Listen. More duper because he's my grandfather's mate. Are you with me? But I am now a man. I am an adult. But I do not wish to leave the legacies Obasanjo left. Obasanjo is a very bitter person. I'm sure you know MKO. MKO and Obasanjo, they were all peers in schools. MKO was the brightest student. MKO was a scholar. That guy get brain. But then Obasanjo, the big farm. Obasanjo was a dullard. Forget the English way they write. Forget that useless letter way they write. Who cannot write letter? Forget that. Who 12 letter. Who cares about letters?
I hope this is not connected.
Are you equal to Obasanjo?
Are you asking me? Am I equal to Obasanjo?
Yes.
Listen.
Let me tell you.
One of my resolutions. One of my.
You gave me permission.
Let me answer that one.
Listen.
Whether it's
My
equal.
political career is going to kickstart this year.
Nobody's.
All right, and if there's only one person I'm going to actually follow his steps, it's going to be Ashwaji. Now let me tell you why. Forget about don't talk about the drugs allegation. These are allegations.
I know I want to ask a question. You gave me permission to ask a question.
Okay, what else?
Is it true that all the political gladiators, in terms of all the candidates,
Yes.
including Tinubu, Atiku, Obi, at one point in time or the other, all of them visited Obasanjo seeking for his support?
Of course, as an elder statesman, that doesn't necessarily mean
if they did, isn't
They also visited Babangida. Please, they visited Babangida.
I want to ask another question.
They visited what's the guy's name? Abdul Salam.
If they did,
No, I don't want you to exempt. I don't want to make it as only a person that was.
I'm not saying it's only him. If they all visited him, is there any justification in casting aspersion on him or who he choose to support?
Now, let me tell you something.
No, I ask a question. Is there justification in casting aspersion on him or who to support? Knowing fully well that I have my right, you have your right to determine who to support.
He has exercised his civil duty. He can decide to endorse anybody.
No,
But
now,
then-
I wouldn't endorse him. Is it justified for people to start casting aspersion on him? on the basis of who he decides.
Listen, yes, in democracy, everybody will always have contrary views.
Okay, it's right to start insulting him
Of course.
because he chooses to support the
No, I
party.
don't think it's right to start it.
Listen, everybody has the right to justify him based on his performance.
No, you are not getting what I'm saying. They are insulting because he chooses a particular person. I said, is it right? Like me now, I have right to choose somebody.
It is on
And
track.
you have right
It is on track
Not
record.
insulting him because
We are not insulting, but it is on. But it is on track record.
No.
It is on track.
I'm asking him.
Mr. Matthew, Mr. Matthew, please listen. Listen. You are looking at this scenario from outside. I am looking at it from inside.
Inside
You are an outsider. I'm an insider. Let me tell you something. Obasanjo has an ulterior motive. Now let me tell you, Obasanjo is one person.
I want
He's a
to understand.
narcissist. Listen. There is no remark.
You are bringing.
There is no remark
bringing-
anybody can give other than or higher than what his daughter has submitted. His daughter said that Obasanjo is someone who never wants anybody to be greater than him. He is afraid that Tinubu will surpass his achievements. Listen, Tinubu single-handedly dealt with him 1999 2007.
Selfish, man. Selfish.
Tinubu, are you aware that?
You get it
Are you
wrong.
aware? Are you aware?
Wait.
Are you aware that it was only Tinubu that did not succumb to his bullying?
You are wrong. Let me tell you how you are wrong.
Are you aware that it was only Tinubu that did not succumb to his bullying?
This man is not. This
I need your all. I need every one of you. Yes, no, in the whole of Nigeria. In the whole of Nigeria, it was only Tinubu that was opposition. It was only Tinubu that was the opposition. 1999 2007.
Mr. Nee,
You are right.
Listen,
correct
Let
one
my
impression.
question.
Let me correct one impression.
it was only Tinubu that was the opposition against Obasanjo.
Let me correct one impression.
Tell him about Aaron. Aaron wanted to bring to election.
Aaron, it has never been done before. Aaron, the Aaron ideology.
Let me correct one
As of today, Lagos should be on 24/7 electricity. He took it to Obasanjo because of jealousy, because he doesn't want anybody to outshine him. He declined that proposal.
You are right. Let me correct this.
So who is he?
No.
Who is he? Who is Obasanjo? Who is Obasanjo? I am a Yoruba man.
Yes.
Obasanjo is a Yoruba man. He's my grandfather. But I gotta touch.
No, what I'm saying, you be hype man.
You be hype. You be hype. You be hype man.
He looks more stupid.
Listen, every word that come out of your mouth, you are not.
Thank you very much.
Obasanjo is a failure.
Thank you.
Obasanjo is a failure.
Listen,
Here's the problem.
listen.
Yes.
When the foundation is faulty, what can the righteous do?
Okay, let's leave Obasanjo. Let's leave Obasanjo, please. Let's leave Obasanjo. I know it's relevant.
Now we've clarified that.
Yeah, I know it's
And I want all the gullible electorate to see that Obasanjo is not, he has no electoral value. This is the person, this is the man that ought to have set an outstanding foundation for us. And then he opened all the gates for the thieves and the looters to take away all our money.
Okay, let's look at underage voters.
In 2023, we are intentional. We are not here for aki-panky. We are intentional. Listen to me, guys.
Tinubu has no electoral value.
Tinubu, I'm telling you, is the best aspirant, is the best candidate. Tinubu is the man that is going to take us to the next level. Tinubu came on board. Tinubu came on.
I think Obasanjo has more than
Can you mention one achievement?
he has achieved as he is a former president, head of state.
Okay, listen.
He has the experience.
I am a Nigerian. That is an achievement too. I have the potential to become the president. That's an achievement too.
Okay.
You remember Jimmy Carter now?
Obasanjo, who wanted to go for third term, that selfish man. If not for Atiku, he wanted to go for third term. Come and defend that. Come and defend that, Mr. Matthew.
Ghana must go. Who introduced Ghana must go?
Obasanjo.
No, Mr.
I
Anthony.
want to tell you that I'm not like him.
You will not win this argument.
No, I want to tell you that I'm not like him. Obasanjo trying to elongate his tenure was wrong. That is me. I'm not like you. What? No.
What do you mean you're not like me?
You take issues based on it.
I don't see white and call it black. I don't see white and call it black.
I beg, one point.
He said I should come and defend it. I tell him that Obasanjo with all available records, was looking for 10 term, and by our standard is wrong. But Obasanjo endorsing somebody consider his preferred candidate, nobody reserve any right to start casting aspersions.
I have not listen.
So this city should be
I stand on this platform to be corrected, just like Mr. Felix. You know, I have not castigated him. But the only thing I said is Obasanjo has no electoral value. Based on his antecedents. No, I am castigating Obasanjo not Obi. He said he has endorsed Obi. And I am not castigating Obi. I said, no, I am castigating Obasanjo. Obasanjo has no. Listen. Will you listen to the advice of a madman? Will you listen to the advice of a madman? That's the question. Will you listen to the advice of a madman?
If it does not have any relevance, why are people having this conversation?
No, we need to remind everybody that Obasanjo is a madman. We are too forgetful. And we need to listen. One of the problems we have in Nigeria is that we are too forgetful. And we need to remind every one of you that Obasanjo is a madman. Where are the Bayelsans? You remember what he did to the Bayelsans? What happened to them? Do you know that massacre? Obasanjo was ruling Nigeria like an empire. If they are against him, they impeach him. Obasanjo even impeach Obi. Are you now?
Okay.
Guys, you emulate Jimmy Carter.
No, I'm not done.
Obasanjo should emulate Jimmy Carter. What happened to Charles Taylor money? That Obasanjo sees.
now. The story will be different.
It will be the same story.
Everywhere will be jubilated.
It will be the same story.
React to him.
He says if I
As if he endorsed Tinubu.
I will see now. Obasanjo endorsed Tinubu now. The story will be
we are not like you now. We are stable people. We are stable people.
Please come.
We are stable people.
On your shirt, I can see it is credited Nnamdi Azikiwe University. Listen,
This man.
I have asked so many people. I said, is Nnamdi Azikiwe, is Nnamdi Azikiwe your leader? Majority of the Easterners say Nnamdi Azikiwe is not a leader.
So Obasanjo used to us.
Listen, Obasanjo is my leader. He's a father. He's a grandfather. Listen, Yoruba, you know, I was saying something. Yoruba people, our mentality, they give respect to whoever, but that doesn't mean say we go be mumu. Obasanjo did not give dividends of democracy to the Southwest. Southwest was most impoverished under Obasanjo as president. The Easterners, listen, the Easterners, listen.
Not be saying this. That's what he said.
If he had, listen, Tinubu did not go to him for endorsement. Tinubu paid a constant visit. Obi visited him not once. Obi visited Obasanjo many times. Tinubu just went. Listen, when Tinubu visited Obasanjo, everybody was like, "Why would you visit this man?" But he said he needed to pay.
He said Tinubu went there to seek for support.
And after Tinubu went there, news came up that Obasanjo have endorsed Tinubu. Obasanjo have to refute it through his spokesperson. And nothing is wrong for Obasanjo just to have endorsed Tinubu or endorsed Atiku. But what I'm saying is that it is within his right to determine who to endorse. And I haven't done that. That is wrong for even the office of Mr. President to start casting aspersion on him that is frustrated. And even all the political gladiators you are seeing from APC, BDP, saying all manner of unwritten names against him.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much.
We are just 52 days away from the general election. Get your PVC, and don't forget, vote for the broom. We need to sweep out every corruption.
No.
Vote for a
Vote for your choice.
No, we are intentional this year.
Your choice.
For life.
Your choice. Choice.
For life.
Vote for your choice. Vote for your choice. Vote for your choice. Vote for your choice.
They don't even believe in voting. They believe in
Tinubu for life. Tinubu make Lagos to be habitable for you guys. Tinubu made Lagos.
Yeah, with that, we have come to the end of the program this morning. Bye, sir. I'm Christian Chigo. Thanks for watching. God bless you. Bye for now. Till tomorrow, we have the conversation.
You go relocate, go Ijebu where you come from. Maybe you need Ijebu.
This man na like David.
You don't know me. Honest people,
I
you don't know me. He's a PC man. What he said, forget about it. How can you say I am?
Are you a Lagosian?
No, don't ask me questions. I am not telling you. How can you say I am?
When you don't know me, why don't
You see, people just open mouth and talk.
you are Hajj
I
fans
don't know.
of Obasanjo? That's why you are saying you are Hajj fans of either you are a back or Ijebu. Maybe you dey support Obasanjo.
Is that what I
And we
said?
are bringing points from
Is that what I said?
are bringing
I said
points.
when you are on issue, when you are discussing a particular issue, stay on that issue.
Hey,
Don't
when
mix
we
things
say
up.
now,
And you are
I
saying
say Obasanjo is a bad person.
I am a fans club of
I'm a
Obasanjo.
fans.
What
Yes.
does that?
You started
You
by
people, you don't
supporting
understand
it.
things.
You supported
You don't
it.
understand things.
You are defending Obasanjo. Don't deny. Are you defending Obasanjo?
For what?
You didn't defend Obasanjo. Sorry, this guy
Don't mind them.
Obasanjo. He's still saying for what?
No, that's not what you are saying. I said when you begin to say
You are
things,
manipulating
who
what?
is manipulating? Who is you even understand the meaning of a manipulation? They don't understand manipulation.
What you said.
That's not what I said. Because I said Obasanjo's statement. What do you understand by it? What is your reaction? You are saying I'm a fans club of Obasanjo. Does that mean I am a fans club?
It's a pure manipulation.
Pure manipulator.
Are you not a cigar?
Are you guys? Of course.
You know
Do I
I'm
say,
a cigar.
would that mean that if my party is doing wrong, I will not say it's doing right?
Is it
Look at these people.
Is it Tinubu that is doing
You are the problem of Nigeria. 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 Two of you. You are the. Oh yeah, start another interview. Let's go into analysis. Let's go into analysis. What are you saying?
Oh, we are.